Hey, it's Jeff, and I recently received an email from a woman that I believe has this global resonance to it. And I want to share it with you and share some additional thoughts because I think she's captured a sentiment that so many of us are feeling right now. So here it goes. Dear Jeff, I love and truly enjoy all the posts you sent to my inbox. As an RN working in a large city hospital, your musings have been nothing short of life-saving on most days. Well, thank you. I'll take some ego stroking and adulation. I can get it. I have $3 after all. My question for you is, why, when restrictions are being lifted and more vaccines are being administered, do I feel such dread and anxiety? I should feel relief and maybe a slight easing of tension, but this is not the case. Don't misunderstand. I do want COVID to be tamed, but at the same time, I'm not sure I want to return to life as usual. Any insight would be appreciated. Sincerely, Zena. Well, thank you, Zena, for this honest and vulnerable note, and thank you for your service on the front line over the course of the past year. And the reason why I'm not just responding to you in an email format is because I think you've landed on something universal here. I think you've captured a sentiment that is shared by many, many people. It's been a full year of some type of quarantine, depending on your role in society. And finally, there is, as you say, this flickering candle of hope at the end of this fraught corridor. And this last year has been horrific and harrowing for many people, particularly folks who have lost loved ones or who have been detrimentally impacted financially by COVID. And I can't even imagine the stress and anxiety that you and other frontline workers have had to endure over the past year. And regardless, irrespective of our role in society, we are all thirsting for community, in real life community. I mean, that's what we're really looking forward to, is this like exchange of healthy bacteria and a full throttled hug. But at the same time, I do think this last year has provided some kind of utility in our lives. It's disrupted habits and unconscious patterns. There's been a slowing down. There's been what I often refer to as imposed monasticism. And in this coerced monkdom, we've been asked to do more with less and honestly just reassess our priorities in life. You know, we've cooked more and walked the neighborhood endlessly and driven less and flown less and spend endless time with our children if we have them. I mean, really, we've been forced to look inward for our fulfillment and happiness instead of ceaselessly chasing external agents for fulfillment in life. You know, we've done with less convenience, and often inconvenience is rooted in this sense of time scarcity. But as time has slowed down, we've reconnected with it. I mean, you can't be happy in the future. You can only be happy and fulfilled in this moment, in this everlasting now. So now that this open society looms ahead of us again, we're asking ourselves, was normal a very good proposition in the first place? Or were we just all personally careening towards burnout and exhaustion? And was the world just marching inexorably towards, you know, climate catastrophe and chronic disease and mass illness and inflammation? And I suppose we're asking ourselves now, like, does getting back in my car and commuting and driving to the office park something that I really want? Do I need to travel to the other side of the world to find myself? Or is God right where I am? I mean, T.S. Eliot famously wrote, "We shall not cease from exploration, and at the end of all of this exploring is to come back to the place we started and know it for the first time, and know this place for the first time." So I would say, instead of rushing back to normal, Zena, you can define your new normal. I mean, we are at this momentous crossroads where paradigms are shifting. And institutions that have long provided stability are being questioned. And it is a pregnant moment to re-envision a better life, one that is more connected, probably more local, slower, and certainly more intentional. So I would advise you, from my humble opinion, and anyone else that might listen, to let the snow globes of our minds settle and get really clear about what makes your life worthwhile in the first place, and then live to the very best of your ability in alignment with that clear intention.